Independent Kashmir can be a bridge of peace between India and Pakistan. It can be a crossroad of prosperity in the region, and it is the need of the contemporary times that Kashmir should be a neutral, independent, and sovereign state. Full name of Kashmir is Jammu Kashmir, and it is divided between India and Pakistan. China also has a Shaksum Valley as well as Aksai Chin. So, the genesis of Kashmir issue, at least at the international level, begins on 1st of January 1948, when Kashmir issue was taken to the United Nations. And so there are so many resolutions on Kashmir, and a UNICEF commission was also set up. Now, on October 26, 1947, Maharaja Hari Singh, the last ruler of Jammu Kashmir, signed a provisional accession, conceding to India foreign affairs, communications, and defense, and retained the right to actually legislate according to the Kashmiri constitution himself. Article 370 was created in the Indian constitution to protect the provisions of the agreements between India and Kashmir. And on 5th of August, revocation of Article 370 removed the link that provided that provisional constitutional basis to the Indo-Kashmir provisional relationship. So that means, as Noorani has already been mentioned, that Kashmir is a colony of India and India is ruling it as a foreign country. So Noorani also said that the plan to annex Kashmir and also revoke Article 370 was conceived in the British Parliament, were conceived in malice and executed in deceit. And as I've already said, that India has now reverted to pre-1947 August 15 position or 26th October 1947 position, with revocation of the agreements between India and Kashmir. And this is a point that is being made by a late A.G. Noorani, who was a well-known lawyer and an expert on these affairs. Now, 70 years on, India and Pakistan promised at United Nations that they would resolve the Kashmir issue, and Kashmir issue, they have patently failed to resolve the Kashmir issue. And India and Pakistan also have a bilateral agreement called the Shimla Code. Now they have equally failed to resolve anything in accordance with that. And Shimla Code turned the ceasefire line of 1941 into a line of control. We Kashmiris don't recognize that, because the next step would be a permanent border between India and Pakistan. So we still call it a ceasefire line, ceasefire line, CLF. So now we are a colonized people. I have very little time, and so I will not give it. And as colonized people, Kashmiris have fundamental rights. These rights are affirmed in the UN first article of the United Nations Charter, also in the Covenant of Civil and International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, which says that all peoples have the right to self-determination. By virtue of the right to self-determination, they freely determine their political status and freely pursue their economic, social, and cultural developments. Now, India, of course, has not ratified that, and one wonders why India has not ratified that, when India, on 15th of January 1948, in the UN Security Council meeting, promised that if Kashmir wants to come out of the temporary accession, Kashmir is free to do that. Kashmir wants to accede to Pakistan. Kashmir is free to do that. Kashmir wants to remain independent and become member of the United Nations. Independent and member of the United Nations, Mr. President. Kashmiri people have a right to do. And equally later, I have also a reference from Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, which has already been mentioned there. He repeats exactly the same thing in 1952 about the Kashmiri people, and he goes even further. And he said that as a great nation, we have given our word to the United Nations and the people of Kashmir and the Kashmiri leaders that they have the final right to final solution.